Hello everyone, and welcome to my channel once again. It has been a while, but I have come to realize that making and putting together a review is not as easy as it once looked. Forgive me if I look down or away from the camera. I've made notes, I have a lot to cover, and I don't want to forget anything. I don't think I have mentioned it before, but I like watches that are different. Watches that have character, watches that just are attractive to me. And those are the types of watches I will be reviewing. Now then, we can all agree, I hope we can all agree, that watches are beautiful things. Some are simple, some are more elaborate. For those who don't already know, watches with the ability to just display the hour, the minutes, and the seconds are known as simple movement watches. Adding the date is a complication, as is the day of the week, an automatic winding mechanism, or a moon phase. They're all complications. They require additional parts and make the watch more difficult to manufacture, especially, of course, mechanical watches. Now, there are complications to watches, and there are complicated watches. One that when you see it, you are wondering what is happening on the face of this watch. Today, I will review a beautifully complicated watch. I, of course, am talking of the Citizen Promaster Navihawk, the JY8030-83E. Now, Citizen has been around for over 100 years, a long time. They offer quality watches with some great designs. I also happen to think that they do excel in elaborate quartz movement watches. Now, Citizen launched the world's first multi-band atomic timekeeping watch in 1993 and remain a leader in this field. Watches with atomic timekeeping, such as the Promaster Navihawk I'm going to review here, can synchronize with radio clocks around the globe, automatically selecting the correct frequency by location. The Promaster line is accurate to within 5 seconds per year, and one of the most accurate quartz crystal watches ever made, among other lines within Citizens, of course. They have Bulova and they have Frederic Constant and some other ones. Citizen has also developed the EcoDrive. EcoDrive watches use a battery recharged by a solar panel hidden under the watch face. And although they are not the ones who invented the technology, they have certainly refined it and offer some of the best movements in the segment. Citizen has several lines of watches, and I do, of course, once again, have a favorite. I hope I am pronouncing this watch the right way. The Hakuto R Super Titanium. This is a bit pricey. It's still an EcoDrive watch, a quartz watch, but still I would love to test drive this thing. Again, I'm just showing it to everyone. This is not the one I'm going to review. Just let me know if you like it as much as I do and what you think about it in the comments. But for today, and as I said, I am reviewing the Citizen Promaster Navihawk, the JY8030-83E, reviewing and offering information on it. Now, where do I begin? The stainless steel case, maybe? Why not? What about the absolutely beautiful stainless steel mesh bracelet with fold-over clasp closure and push-button release? I think this bracelet is just stunning. What about atomic clock synchronization, where signals are received automatically or on demand in the United States, the United Kingdom, Europe, Japan, and China for superior accuracy? What about world time? It has synchronized time adjustment for 43 world cities, perpetual calendar, 2 alarms, and 1/100th of a second chronograph that can measure up to 24 hours, 99-minute countdown timer, universal coordinated time display, dual time, daylight savings time on-off function, power savings function, digital backlight display, power reserve indicator, anti-reflective mineral crystal on the face, water resistant to 200 meters or 656 feet. Although this sounds deep, it's not really a dive watch despite the 200-meter designation. It only means that you can swim with it, even snorkel, but not a watch to dive with. For diving, you will need a watch with water resistance to at least 300 meters. Better yet, one with an ISO 6425 designation. Please do some research, do your own research before you go diving with any watch. Quartz movement, of course, through Citizen Echo Drive technology powered by any light. Pilot's rotating slide rule dial ring, 3-hand analog display, of course, comes with a 5-year limited warranty, shock sensing function. It is probably sensing my state of shock as I list all these offerings and features. The watch face has 3 distinct colors, such as white, black, and brown. At the 6 o'clock position sits the function display. You move the hand in order to set time, calendar, alarms, etc. At around 10 o'clock position sits the power reserve meter and the atomic time series along with it. At the 12 o'clock position sits the universal coordinated time display. At the 2 o'clock position, the 24-hour display. Now there are also 2 digital displays. At the 9 o'clock position sits the home city display. Between the 3 o'clock and 4 o'clock positions sits the display for world city, time, and our calendar. The crown on the left is for turning the outside bezel scale. It has a radio wave display that spans from the 11 o'clock position at the NO mark to the RX marking at 12 o'clock and all the way to marks HM and L that span from the 1 to the 3 o'clock positions. And all that has to do with atomic signal timekeeping, all those markings. It measures elapsed time. It measures remaining time. It has a navigation calculation, ground speed calculation, flying distance calculation, fuel consumption calculations, plural, maximum flying hours calculation, a conversion calculation from nautical miles to kilometers. You can do multiplication and division. You can do square root calculations. Yes, you can. You can read ratios. All these calculations are made by rotating the bezel and of course getting the instructions from the manual. Its measurement, the case size is 48 millimeters, lug to lug is 50.8 millimeters, case thickness is 13.8 millimeters, bandwidth it's 25 millimeters. It weighs a pretty heavy 6 ounces. Its bracelet and the watch itself are on the heavy side, so that's why the weight. And the caliber number is the U680. Luminosity is pretty good, and I'm not sure how long it will last. And I want to say I'm sure it will depend on light exposure. The crown is a pull-push 2-position crown flanked by buttons A and B to set different calendars, alarms, etc. The crown also has the Promaster logo on it. On the left side there is a Navihawk AT label that seems to be screwed on the watch. I'm not sure what to make of that label. It seems to be screwed on the watch, but I tend to believe that it is glued on it. It's only for looks, but the screws make it look a little bit more attractive, I would say. I'm not sure. I don't know if I can dig deeper and find more information. I haven't been able to, but it looks good. It looks beautiful. It just adds an additional touch, an additional thing on this very complicated Promaster watch. Also on the face of the watch there are 8 screws. They also don't seem to be real, but rather they are etched on the face of the watch. Also for looks only, they don't serve any purpose. It works because it all looks good, whether it's real or not. There is one thing that bugs me about this Citizen watch. Mineral crystal instead of sapphire. Is it a deal breaker? It isn't. Not really. But as a pretty expensive watch, I think that it should come with sapphire crystal. Other than that, just a great watch for my taste. Beautiful, beautiful watch. So what is the cost for all this goodness? For all these features, for all these offerings, you may ask? Well, it's tricky. Citizen does no longer sell this on their website. It's just not available. Don't despair, however. There are others that look similar on the Citizen website and feel similar to this, but not quite as clean as this particular Promaster Navihawk. So online then, and maybe your local jewelry store. Average price is around $465 in the United States. For me, it was a watch that I needed to have as soon as I laid eyes on it. I love all that is happening on the face of it. I truly love it. I just have to learn how to use all those features, all those things that happen on it. I'm still working on it. It's just not as easy as it looks. I listed everything, but I don't know how to use everything. I do love wearing it. People look at it and I sense a sense of disbelief in them because they don't know what to make of it. And they ask me, what does that watch do? And I say that it does about everything there is to do. I tell them I'm still trying to figure it out as well because it's just so much. Happy shopping then. Subscribe, leave comments, ask questions. I will answer quickly. And I will see you next time with another review. Until then, just go find your perfect watch.